Good afternoon, good evening, tip of the cap. Hello, what's going on? Yo, what's a good word, everybody? Thanks for being here. Just got back from Utah yesterday. Got back from FitCon. Dropped a video today. Figured I'd just come on here and do a little bit of like just throat chop you to the bag. You know how it is. You know how it is. Ya bags of rice. Thanks for being here. Just dropped a hot new video on Billy the Diddler, a classic, an instant classic. You know how it is. What is the good word? What's up, Eddie from Ormond Beach, Florida? What's going on? What is it now? What is it now? What is it now? A love for life. What's going on? What's the good word? Welcome. Tip of the cap, tip of the bag, kick you in the grundle, fleshy funbridge. You are kidding. Two chops to the beanbag. Tickle me, Elmo. You know how it is. You know how it's gonna be. I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna yell. You know how it is. I got the big blue shirt on. I'm gonna tickle your bag. I'm gonna take my thumb and stuff it inside your anus, twist it around, and slap you across the eye with it. Give you a little pink eye. You know how it is. You know how it goes. Pompeo's here. Yo, let me tickle your bag for a second. Listen, I got a couple of things to comment on in this particular stream, which is usually what is it called? An ingredient for a bag tickling. Is sometimes I just come on because I just want to just yell, just want to scream. You know, I don't even. Sometimes I have a list of different things that I want to cover, a bunch of topics and such. But in this particular jaunt, I was like, let me just go scream and just kick everyone directly in the bag with a steel-toed boot. You know how it is, whatever. I'm gonna just scream a little bit. So whatever. Welcome. What is it now? Tickle my bag. Yo, 53,000 people watched the video that I made the other day about what is it now? Pardon me, Bill. What is it? Which is a hefty number, chaps. So if you became a new follower as a result of that video just punching you in the grundle, welcome. This is what I do. I come on here. I yell. Sometimes it's late. It's usually when it's dark outside, the world is asleep, and I'm on here just screaming, high energy, whatever. Usually I sweat. Usually I yell a lot. I was out of town. I just got back late last night, so I figured I would take the evening off, and I would just come on here and scream. So whatever. So thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Let me just jump right into it. So I have a few things that I want to talk about, but before I get into that, I want to tell you guys a quick story. I want to tell you a quick story about my travels across these beautiful United States, this US&A, and I want to tell you this quick tale about several things. Number one, airports, and number two, how to not be a piece of heart garbanzo, and the guy on my Southwest Airlines flight, because this is the revenge, bro. This is what you get. So, first one, life hack, pro tip, let me tickle your bag. If you don't want to wear a face diaper in an airport because it's malarkey and you understand that, here's what you do. You walk in the airport and you don't wear one. So just in case anybody wanted to know, that's what you do. You just walk in. So I wore my diaper through the TSA bag check because everybody's right there. They're all up in your grill. So I put one on to walk up to the thing, and I put one on through the bag check, and then I just took it off. And then I only took it back on to get onto the actual plane itself. As long as in these very close moments of interaction, you're not wearing your diaper. As long as you're wearing the diaper in this very short thing, no one says a word to you. So in 6 airports in 4 days, I was one of the only people that I saw that was not wearing a diaper, other than in these 1 to 2 minute experiences, getting on the actual plane and going through the TSA. So if you don't want to wear a diaper at an airport, here's a news flash. Here's a pro tip. Just don't wear it. Just don't put it on. So just in case anybody was curious, that's all you got to do. So whatever. Secondly, this is probably not even that good of a story, but whatever. I'll stuff it into your news nonetheless, because this is my rodeo and here I am screaming. Whatever. Don't give me any feedback. Don't care. Okay. There was this guy on the plane. And this is a story. You can't make this stuff up. I don't know, whatever. I was like, how is this a real thing? I can't believe this human being actually exists, but whatever. I'll tickle your back for a quick second. It's a 2-minute story. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. I'm on the flight from Baltimore to Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm sitting on a Southwest seat. I'm in the exit row. I got the leg room. Everything is great. Everything is cool. This Jabron James is like, I have my headphones on. I'm minding my own business. Like the whole plane was packed, whatever. There was no one sitting in between me and this other person, whatever. And this Jabron like puts his finger, like gives me like a wet willy, puts his finger in my ear. And he's like, oh, is anyone sitting in here? And I was just like, immediately like, I hate you. But yeah, I guess no one's sitting there. So this guy sits in the seat, whatever. We're sitting in the seat and his elbow is jabbing me, jabbing me in the rib, in the spare rib. And I was like, oh my God. So like I dealt with it for a couple minutes, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. And it was like starting to become a problem because it was extremely uncomfortable. And my spine was like over to the right because this guy's literally elbowing me in the freaking rib cage. And I was like, yo. So I like leaned over and I was like, hey man, like, would you mind just sliding your arm over just a little bit? Like when you sit in the middle seat, like, sorry guy, like pay the $15 for like the easy access so you could get an aisle or the thing, like, or don't be huge in the middle seat, whatever. But I'm like, yo, could you like, here's what you do when you sit in the middle seat. You either stay on the armrest or you put your hands in between your lap. Like you just are a person, right? Because I'm not encroaching on your armrest. I'm not like elbow into the armrest, okay? So I'm like sitting there minding my own business, but I was like, dog, like your elbow is over the armrest. Like it's literally over. Like I can, like, it's like if I put a ruler down, like your elbow is right there. And the guy goes, I swear to God, this guy goes, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, move your elbow. Like it's, you could see, like we're looking at it together. Like my face is here and his face is here. And I'm like, right there, like it's over the thing. Like it's not geometry. I was like, dude, like just don't put it, like it's elbowing me in the stomach. Like just stay on the armrest or like just move it. He goes, what do you want me to do? I go, just move your elbow. And he goes, I swear to God, this adult human man goes, but then I'll be uncomfortable. And I was like, oh, then I'll just be uncomfortable the whole flight. Fine. Okay. So I dealt with it for like 10 more minutes and it was just killing me because this guy's like elbow, like my spine's all a crook. I'm like, duh. So I was like, yo, dude, can you please, like, you're killing me, bro. And he goes, what do you want me to do? I can't move. He's like, I got big shoulders. We got big shoulders. You and me, we're the same. We got big shoulders. And I was like, first of all, we're not the same because you're trash. Second of all, I was like, bro, what I do is I just put my hands up like this guy. Just put them up like that. Just like that. I showed him. I was like, don't do that. He was like, and I swear to God, this adult human man goes, I had a shoulder injury. I can't put my arm like that. And I was like, excuse me, Bill? Like pardon me, Jack? Like, what are you doing? He's like, I had a rotator cuff injury. I can't have my arm like that. And I was like, dog, what do you mean, Pop? Like, excuse me, Bill? So I was like, what does that even mean? So I was like, you're going to sit here to try to tell me, an adult human of reasonable intelligentsia, you're going to tell me that because of a rotator cuff injury that you can't move your arm 2 inches in so that it's not jabbing me in the butt. And I was like, bro, no. So I got in a verbal disagreement with this man from a centimeter away. And throughout the duration of the remaining of the flight, this guy sat there with his fucking elbow jabbing me in the rib cage for 2.5 hours. And I repeatedly got into verbal disagreements with this adult clown sneaker. I have a rotator cuff. And then when he got off the plane, I watched this asshole use his damaged arms. What do you want me to do? Pick up his bag with one hand and then take it off. And I was just like, yeah, I was like, is it illegal for me to headbutt this man in the aisle of this plane right now? So, anywho, that was the thoughts that went across went across the old noggin there. I think I lost a wrinkle in my brain there. I think I sent a signal down my brainstem that was like headbutt him, but I didn't. Thankfully, whatever. I didn't want to go to jail, but whatever. I was furious. Needless to say, I was enraged, and I've been waiting to explode this particular story to right now. So, whatever. So if this guy ever sees that, fuck you. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, what do you want me to do? Move your arm, dog. Like, literally move it. Like, I don't even know. It was such a stupid question that I was just like, pardon me? Like, I choked on air. I was like, what did you just say? I'm like, excuse me, guy? Like, what? I have a rotator cuff. I was like, I couldn't. It was so stupid. It was such a stupid response that I was just like, I was like stumped. I was just like, I was like mad that I didn't get like a rack of ribs to like eat right next to him, and I could just be like, and like hit him with the elbow to the bottom of the chin and be like, oh, sorry, like I have a spasm in my arm that causes me to elbow you in the face like George and Seinfeld, but whatever. So, anyways, if that guy sees this, kick rocks, jabroni. This is a civilization. We're trying to live here, Bill. Like maybe if you have a rotator cuff injury, maybe don't sit in the middle seat, guy. Maybe spring the 15 clams for the early admission, whatever the hell, or fly Delta or something. Like, stop. Like this is a civilization, guy. Anyways, whatever. I digress. Furious, like headbutt, like I'm not a violent individual, but considered headbutting this adult human man. I was just like, how much prison would I do if I just headbutt this guy right now? I was like, bro, what do you want me to do? I was like, move your elbow. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It was like the dumbest question you could have asked, but whatever. Like, excuse me, bro. All right, back to the story, or back to life, or back to whatever. Everything is trash. Topic of the day. Listen. All right. Yo. The word that's been sprinkling about in the internet worlds of sorts in the last couple of days is that Denald Baseball gave a speech in North Carolina, and the big hullabaloo with everybody out on the intersnerds is that this is some big revelation that Denald Baseball is supposedly going to come back. Him and Pompeo, pineapple, beneath the sea, beneath the ocean surface, send a DM to Starlink, do thrice backflips hanging upside down from a Black Hawk helicopter while they rescue America sooner than expected. And all I have to say is my trademark saying, everybody in the back, maybe, but probably not. Here we go. Maybe, but here we go now. Maybe, but probably not. There we go. Whoa, here we go now. What? Pompeo. What is it? Oh, hey, what is it now? Probably not. Here we go. Pompeo. Like, no, it's probably not going to happen, but never. Maybe, but I don't think so. But maybe, but probably not. Okay. For the people in the back, maybe, but probably not. Okay. And I love the contention when people are like, people are just like, this is what I see when people say, they're like, bro, they're like, yo, I saw on the Queef message board that Denald had to let this happen in order to come back. Like, he had to do this. It needed to be this way. Like, he was playing 733-dimensional upside down chess in the Black Hawk with Pompeo with the candlestick in the parlor. Like, you know what I mean? They're just like Pompeo, candlestick, parlor, Dr. Green Thumb, he's there. Trust the flan. Trust the flan. It's like, no, Bill. It's like probably, but no, but probably not, but maybe, but definitely not. Like, no. I just, they're like, oh. So it's like one of the things where it's like, Father T, Donnie T. Like, look, I'm pro Danaud. Like, I've said this 500 and thrice times, okay? Like, Danaud, I get it. Like, Danaud did good things, okay? Like, let's not get it twisted. I'm pro Danaud. He's certainly better than Joseph Garbage Basement the fourth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, all right? He's better. Like, everyone agrees. But if you're going to suggest to me that the super secret, top secret, underground, backwards, upside down plan was Donnie just lays back in the wings and brings a bunch of cases to court, and then they all fall through, and then Joey Basement gets in, and then Pelosi, and then people die, and then the juice, and then hiding in here, and then Facebook, and then Zuck, and then Jack, and then Twitter, and then the banning. This is what it had to be, because it had to be this way, because it was a super upside down, backwards secret, upside down plan. JFK Jr., flip it upside down, hiding from his shoestrings, upside down, under the sea, inside a pineapple, Starlink, Elon Musk, Dogecoin, Donnie's the president, super secret, top secret president, August 1st, June 14th, it's his birthday, backwards, upside down, Donnie's the president. It's like, no, Bill. I'm just saying, like, maybe, but probably not. I'm just saying maybe, but I don't think so, Jack. But whatever. It's like, dog, give it up, Pop. It's just like, maybe give it up. I'm just saying. Like, maybe give it up. I'm just saying. Okay. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no. Like the greatest plans of mice and men. No one's that smart. Like, no human being, no Homo sapien is that smart, Pop. Like, they're just like, we got this plan for global domination that's so smart and so upside down and backwards that we're just gonna let everything get horrible first, and then we're gonna come back for a super secret backwards upside down mission after half the world doesn't try. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, I don't know, Bill, but probably not. I'm just saying maybe, but probably not, Jack. I'm just saying no. Like, no, whatever. Oh, it's Donnie's playing a 716-degree upside down 17-dimensional chess from a pumpkin under the ocean. It's like, no, dude. It's going to be a fall surprise, June surprise. Don't put a date on it. Don't think about a specific time. I'm not going to tell you when it is, but it might be this time. But it might not. And then it's like 4 years pass and like it's a new selection. Like, this is how it was supposed to be. This is what he wanted all along. Starlink. This was Donnie's plan all along. And it's like, no, dude. Like, this person is just a human man. It's like, no one's that good. Like, no. Okay? Like, literally no. But literally also no. Just saying. Like, no. Okay? Start. Like, they're like, Babbo doesn't trust the plan. It's like, oh, do you even know Pompeo? Like, I have a super secret upside down military contact. Like, it's like, no, dude. It's like, this guy is just a person, human man. And it's like, if this was the plan all along, that's a bad plan, Pop. Like, probably not, maybe, but also no. And also, this plan sucks, Jack. I'm just saying, like, maybe come up with a better plan. And if this was your grand plan, maybe that's not a good plan, guy. It's like, what are you talking? This is how he needed it to be all along. The truth, in order for the truth to come out, it had to be like this. And it's like, did it though? Did it though? It's like, what is it though? What is it now? Did it though? Did it have to be that way? I don't think so, but whatever. Okay. Meanwhile, what happens as a result of this upside down bag of rice is that everybody is just like, oh, it's like, oh, like everything's going to be fine. Just sit in your home on top of your hands waiting for Donald to rescue you from the Blackhawk. It's like, bro, is anybody going to realize that while everybody is waiting for this super 7-dimensional hologram upside down like Starlink communicating like savior of the planet to come and rescue them from all of the troubles of the earth, that like while that's happening, all the other people, all of the people that want you destroyed are just like getting certainly a lot closer to the goal, that are like quite certainly getting a lot closer to like taking every single thing you ever wanted ever and just destroying the country in like every possible way imaginable. But it's like, no, just wait for Donald. It's a super secret, top secret, upside down military super psyop. It's a super upside down psyop. It's a super secret plan that is known by military generals all across the world. And I saw it on a Queef message board in 2012. And Donnie's going to rescue us. And also the United States is a corporation and the corporation is bankrupt and Nancy Pelosi is being hologram, and like AOC is going to make me a Moscow mule. It's like, no, dude, like stop with that. It's like, meanwhile, we're looking really dumb, Pop. It's the white hats. It's the green hats. It's the blue hats. The Vatican owns it's like the Vatican's in control. It's like, are they though? Don't worry. And then like you watch Donald speak and like, yeah, like, he's funny. He's more aware. He's like smarter than Joey Basement. I'm pro Donald. Like I'm for Donald. But at the same time, it's like, doesn't say anything about the diapers. Doesn't say anything about the lockdowns. Doesn't say anything about anything that's like really matters. And all the people and all the businesses getting destroyed other than a couple things. Yeah, what does he bring up in the speech? He brings up Joe falling up the stairs and people making fun of him for maybe slipping down the stairs. It's like, no. Who cares? It's like every single thing is bad and the world is on fire and everything is trash and you're still talking about the slippery ramp, dude. Like, no, dude. Like, we're all watching. Stop, Jack. It's like we all watched. Like, everybody's been like, if you didn't hear from me in long form video for freaking 3 months, and then I came back in long form video and gave a speech. I'm not gonna play the hits, Jack. I'm gonna hit you with some new material, you bag of garbage. I'm just saying. It's like, dog. It's like we heard the slippery ramp comment like a year ago. It's like we heard all that. You're just gonna come back and play the hits, Jack? I'm just saying. It's like you have the ears of the world, and you're gonna be like, I didn't slip down that ramp. It's like, dude, no. And he's like, the juice, give me credit for the juice, because if I didn't get the juice, then 500 billion people would have died. It's like, are you sure though? It's like, I'm just saying, it's like, again, and I cannot reiterate this enough. I'm pro Donald. I was for all the stuff, but it's like an abusive relationship. It's like if a guy like does most of the things good and like everything's great and like the relationship's real good, and then one day he just like poops on the living room carpet. It's like, I know that most of the relationship is good and everything, but like there's poop on the carpet. It's like, it's hard to forget. You know what I'm saying? It's been such a great relationship. Like, but there's like a log, except for this one time back in January where there was a log of a human fecal matter on the carpet. He was the only one home, and it's like, who pooped on the carpet? And he's like, I don't know. And you're just like, it's like, I don't mean to make a big deal out of it, not trying to get emotion, but like, this is kind of like overshadowing the remainder of the relationship, Bill. I'm just saying, it's like, remember that time he pooped on the carpet? I'm just saying, like, it's been a great relationship, but like, it's a white carpet. It's brown forever. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know, Jack. It's like, maybe like, I don't know. It's like, I'm just saying, it's like, we're not gonna have Taco Bell and then I'm gonna leave him alone in the house for a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you just have to prepare yourself for this type of thing to happen in the future. I'm just saying, it doesn't mean that every single time you leave the house for a couple of hours, there's gonna be a poop on the carpet. I'm just saying, you're not gonna want to like wait a few hours, give him the weekend home alone, also go to Taco Bell. It's like you just don't want to set yourself up like for a brown on the carpet. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know. So it's like, maybe find a guy, like maybe go on Hinge or something and look for a guy that like doesn't poop or like only eats vegetables or something. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying it's like in their profile, if it's like hate Taco Bell, I'd be like, oh, like, man, like swipe right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't know. But it's like, it's kind of hard to overlook that pop. I'm just saying, it's like there was a brown on the carpet. Carpet's white. It's brown forever. I'm just saying, I don't know, but whatever. So it's like, it's kind of hard for me to just kind of forget about what happened on the 6th of Jan. It's hard for me to forget about what happened with the medical tyranny. It's kind of hard for me to forget about all of the foibles, chap. It's like, I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like most of the relationship's good, but like poop on the carpet. I'm just saying, it's like, let's be like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Whatever, like maybe, but probably not. I'm just saying, is this the best part? Like, is there a man out there that doesn't poop in the carpet? Probably. I'm just saying, it's like, it's uncommon, but like, whatever. It's like, I trusted you, but it's brown. So whatever. It's like, where's the carpet cleaner? I don't know. It's like, whatever. I don't know. So anyhow, I just feel like, everybody getting worked up like, hey, look, he dropped a super secret comment. He dropped a super secret tip. It's a super secret upside down secret message that maybe 2020. It's like dangling a carrot, except the carrot is like one of those like Halloween candy carrots. Like you think it's a carrot, you think it's healthy, but it's just like a sugary like garbage triangle, and you're like, what is this? And it's just like, yeah, it's technically like it's like people call it a carrot, but like it's not a carrot. Like it's not healthy. It looks like someone would call it a carrot, but it's like a sugary tube of trash that like no one should ever buy ever, but whatever. Candy corn is like one of those things that like you eat one and you're like, okay. And then you're just like, who makes this? Like, why did you make this? Who manufactures this? But like, why does this exist? It's just like, how is this a thing? But whatever. So I'm just saying, it's like, as everybody just is like, this was all part of the flan, bro. This was part of the flan. Like, he needed to let Joe come in. It's like, no, dude. It's like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like, maybe give it up. Like, I think we might have took the L on this one, Jack. I'm just saying. And what confuses me so much is like, this person that like obviously had like the most objectively the most influence and power on the entire planet knew that this supposed election, whatever, was going to get goosed and bamboozled. Yet it happened nonetheless. All the machines, nonetheless, all these things happened nonetheless, right under the old nostrils, right in the candy corn, right in the gut there. Right. And then all this stuff happened. And then he'll literally be like, oh, they bamboozled us through the selection. We totally got gassed. They stole it. Corrupt bag of garbage. Let's all go out and vote next year in 2022. It's like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like, you can't talk out of both corners of your bag. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know, Jack. So I just wish that like more people would just try to understand that this is a human being. There probably wasn't a flan. And if there was a flan, it might not have been the best flan. I'm just saying, like, maybe you should have ordered cake or maybe perhaps some sorbet. But I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much of the flan you're going to trust. Yet people are still listening to queef drops. And I don't know. It's like, how many times does somebody need to steel toe you in the grundle in the fleshy fun bridge for you to be like, probably not, Bill? I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to poop on your carpet. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know, Jack. It's like, let's not get our hopes up. Just saying, just trying to make sure everybody's aware of the inherent risk that comes from just gargling every single thing that gets delivered to you. Like it's the next super secret, top secret underground tip. It's like, oh, did you hear what he said about August or June or it's like, dude, I don't know, man. And like, I get it. The audit, like I'm pro the audits, like that's all good. Fauci, all that's good. Like everything is fine. But it's like at the same time, like Fauci, if it was all this stuff, it's like, why didn't you say that? Like, it's just like, there's a lot of like, if you don't connect the dots and you just believe all in, like Donnie Ballpark is like smashing dingers, that it's just like every single thing that comes out of the guy's face is not like it doesn't like rain down from the heavens. I'm just saying, it's like, I just don't want anybody to have a little bit of false hope and then just go, show up to the Capitol on the 6th and get their shit pushed in by some fucking guy that's like, here, come on in. And then they just put you in a fucking solitary confinement cell for 5 months. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's just like, how many times can somebody poop on your carpet? I'm just saying, like, let's just like let's try to keep things into perspective, Jack. No one's coming to save you. I'm just saying it's like I understand that we're in the game. You got to fight the game, whatever, vote, whatever, whatever, support the guys that are right. But like, can we all just be aware that like Denald Ballpark is not going to save us. It's ultimately going to be the people and the collective power of the people speaking up and making their voices heard that are going to do it. And just simply sitting back on your hands and waiting for Denald to fly out of the Black Hawk with Pompeo and do a front flip and then just karate chop every single person that's in the way and just drain the swamp. It's like, I don't know, dude. Like the swamp's pretty swampy right now, Pop. I'm just saying. So it's just like, I don't want to see anybody like get set up to get kicked in the grundle. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that really troubles me. And then people are like, but you were pro Donnie and now you're not. Like, we took our like good, hearty American votes. And I'm like, yo, just because I thought a certain way doesn't mean that I can't change my mind based on the most readily accessible information available at the time, Cornbread. Like sometimes your mind changes, Bill. And I'm just saying, I took my Anus up to DC on the 6th. I walked around and used my Ojos and my actual logic, and I looked around and I was like, this is not good, Pop. And as I walked to the Cap building and stayed 500 yards away because I'm not stupid, I was just like, this is not good, Jack. And then I started thinking to myself, wait a second, you're going to tell me that you're going to tell me to come down here. You're going to tell me to go march. Why? The upside benefit of telling me to go march is literally zero. How could you not realize that this was a trap, that this was a complete and total trap, that they're just literally leading us like lambs to the slaughter as the police just disappeared out of nowhere. They give you like a lollipop and like a corn kernel, and they're like, come on in, like the air's cool, and you're like, oh, sick. And like people are just walking in, they get like a cup of chocolate, cup of hot chocolate and a Chucky chip fucking waffle cone, and Joe's in there like, hey, it's so delicious. And Dr. Jilly's like, you want a nice card? It's a Valentine's Day card, love, whatever. And like everyone's walking in like, suck. They're not even breaking anything. There's like 3 guys that are breaking shit. And like a guy, like the people are walking in, like in between the velvet ropes, like literally being respectful and like looking around. There's like a 150-year-old man, like an old woman, like an army veteran. One woman gets literally murdered point blank. We don't even know who the guy is that fires the shot. Everyone says that she's this, that, the other thing. We got like lambs to the slaughter. It was a trap. And then it's like the guy's going to come out 3 months later with the eyes of the world, the ears of the world watching, and you're going to talk about how you didn't slip down that wet ramp because you were wearing Italian leather shoes. It's like, dog, of all things to talk about as the world goes to hell and the republic is in jeopardy, you're going to talk about your shoes slipping on a ramp a year ago? Who cares? It's like, no one cares about that. We are paying attention to the country, and like I'm not saying that he's worse than Joey Baseman or that there's some greater thing that's on the horizon. I'm just saying, of all the things, it's like this guy's just a guy. It's like he's talking about slippery shoes on a slippery ramp and how Joe falls up the stairs. Meanwhile, all this other horrible shit is going on, and everyone's being destroyed. The country is in jeopardy, and it's just like I didn't slip on that ramp, and it's like, so what? I'm just saying, it's like. It's just like everybody's putting all this false hope into this superficial, like, oh, Donnie's gonna come from Pompeii. It's like, dog, no. For you to think that this was all part of the super secret, top secret, upside down plan, I don't think so, Jack. Maybe you're right, and to be completely honest, I really hope that you are. And I hope that the artists come out, and Joe gets kicked in the grundle, and Pelosi gets fucking put into one of those big balls and then rolled down the hill. Like that would be great, Pop. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna tighten up my noose until this happens. I'm not gonna sit here and wait on my hands to think that this potentially this super day where everybody gets put to the military tribunals, and it's like that's not gonna happen probably, but maybe, but probably not. Meanwhile, it's like, oh, you see, this was all part of the plan. It's like, was it though? It's like, is it though? I'm just saying, probably not, Bill. But like, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Tickle my bag, like, punch me in the anus. But whatever. This guy's on Facebook. He's like, white hats are coming. It's like, no, they're not, Rudy. Like, maybe Rudy, but probably not, Bill. I'm just saying, like, no, but maybe. Maybe he's trolling me. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It's just like, there's no white hats. Like, no one has any hats. There's no hats. Like, literally, no one's wearing a hat. It's like, there's no hats. I'm just saying. The blue hats are the red coats and the blue hats and the white hats and the super secret, top secret, upside down military tribunals. I know a guy that lives under the bridge. It's like, no. My military super secret contacts told me in a super secret, top secret, upside down telegram, subscribe to my channel, that here's the secret word. Just send me your password and your social security number, and I'll tell you the super secret word. It's like, I don't know, dude. And again, I will say this. Look, I'm just a chooch. I'm just Pompeo's forgotten son, and I'm just here in my house screaming into my phone alone. I'm probably controlled opposition, psyop, hologram. I'm really a foreign operative. Whatever, believe whatever you want. Tickle me in the bag. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, maybe don't get your hopes up. I'm just saying, if you're going to try to suggest to me that somehow you have some super secret, top secret, upside down military intel, it's like, probably not. Maybe, but I don't know. And also, like, when? Oh, you can't say when. Okay. Then it's like, I don't know, Jack. It's like, I'm not trying to, like, poop on your carpet. I'm just saying, no, I don't know. It's like, so it's just so, I just find it so frustrating that it's like, literally, there's like 1,000 things. There, like, so like Denal does this speech, and of course I listen to the speech because I'm a human being and I love America. So I'm like, oh, like, I hope there's some great meat and cheese, and I hope there's a nice charcuterie board in this speech. And I listen to the speech and I'm like, bro, how are you going to spend even 2 minutes of this speech talking about Joe falling up the stairs or slipping on a wet ramp in the rain? It's like, no, dude. There's so many bad things. Like, did you know that I got the juice, and without me, we wouldn't have the juice, and 100 million people would have died? It's like, bro, no. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like, to me, there's just so many other loose ends that are so unexplained that it's just like, I get it. Like, he takes you to the pumpkin patch, he holds your hand, he picks apples, he makes a mean Moscow mule, and he introduced you to his parents, but he pooped in the middle of the floor on the carpet, and the rest of the relationship is good, but poop on the carpet. I'm just saying, people don't forget. Poop on the carpet. Unexplained. I'm just saying, connect all the dots, poop on the carpet. Like, it raises above. Poop, carpet. I'm just saying, carpet's ruined. Whatever, like, do whatever you want. But like, as you're like telling people about this hot new boyfriend that you have, they're like, didn't you say he pooped like in the middle of the carpet one time? It's like, yeah, but like, forget about that. It's like, I can't forget, Bill. I'm just saying, like, I'm not like, it's not an immediate breakup, but it's like, you can't forget it. Poop on the carpet. I'm just saying, it's like, I saw it. It was there. It smelled. The whole house ruined forever. White carpet. Never gonna have white carpet again. Like, there's a rug. Like, there's a throw rug over it. Like, people come over and they're like, why is that rug there? And you're like, don't worry about it. Don't ask. Never ask again. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm just trying to say, like, don't get set up to get clapped again. I'm just saying, like, no Taco Bell after midnight. I'm just saying, don't leave the house for 3 hours after Taco Bell. I'm just saying, whatever. But whatever. I can only say this again and again. I don't know. People are like, Bobby does meth. He's always doing drugs. It's like, I literally not taking any drugs in a long time. Like, he does coke. Why has he got so much energy at 11 o'clock, bro? Probably because he smoked Parmesan. Whatever. For the people that are saying that they just got in here, that they didn't see the beginning, I will post this to my Facebook and my YouTube and the Instagram, so it'll all be there. You can go back and get your bag tickled in slow motion whenever it feels right for you. So just, it'll be there. So it'll be on Facebook, it'll be on YouTube, it'll be here on the gram. Your bag will get tickled, and not to worry. Sean87 Callahan bought badges during your last 3 live videos. Don't forget to thank them. Thank you, Sean87 Callahan, for buying the 3 badges. I appreciate that. Facebook just alerted me to that. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate you. Thanks to Sean87 Callahan for buying the badge. Thank you, Phoenix Transcending, for the badge. Thank you, Dickie Murphy 1, Drew Graham Fitness, Pink Tiki 1969. Chooks Official, and Arjon1602 for the badges on Instagram. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. It is noted and very much appreciated. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for the badges. I really appreciate it. So it's like, again, let me let my mind diagrams again. again, it's like what I think is more than obvious is that the political clash, the structure, as it were, is horrible. And whether it's denounced, whether it's the right or the left, a lot of it is really, really bad. So it's just like seeing people come back to the table and be like, you see, Denied, like a super secret, top secret underground plan, denied. Like he came and gave a speech. Pompeo, like where's Pompeo? He posted three times every hour. That's a sign. It's Morse code for pineapple under the sea. It's like, no, it's not. It's like, stop looking for these cues. It's like, just like actions mean more than words. Like, stop thinking that this is a puzzle piece. Like it's Pompeo with the candlestick in the parlor. I'm just saying, it's like the guy made mistakes. I'm not saying that he should be held accountable forever or that it means that all the other things are negated. I'm just saying, do you really think that these things can be overlooked going forward? Do you really think that those things don't matter as we move into this uncertain future where we have to pick our fighter, pick our contender that's supposedly going to be the great person that's supposed to compete with the likes of a dead Joey Basement corruption machine or a Krusty, the worst laugh on earth? It's like, do you think that maybe someone like a Big Ron DeSanta Claus or some other fighter may be more properly suited to win this particular battle? I'm not saying that I'm not for him. I'm just saying it's hard to overlook the poop on the carpet. Everything was good, held my hand, bought me a nice ice cream cone, but poop on the carpet. I'm just saying, how do you forget about that? I was there on the 6th. I watched it happen. I've watched what's happened in the last year with all this medical garbage. I've watched that this guy is still talking about the Jews. I'm pro Donnie. I'm pro America. I'm pro freedom. I'm pro personal responsibility and liberty. I'm for all those things. And I'm for literally anything but Joey Basement and Krusty. But I'm just saying, that doesn't mean that I think that the best person to win to get the first pick in the draft is Denald. I'm just saying, it's like, you can't overlook the poop on the carpet. What happened on the 6th, what happened with the juice, what happened in these speeches, and all of these other things, I think are counterproductive to the cause. So it's like, I'm just saying, it's like, how many times can somebody promise you something and then not come through? And you're like, I don't know, Bill. Now it's like, and the other thing too is like the overselling of things and saying that it was this or this. Like in the speech, Donnie said this was the greatest economy in the history of the world, in the history of the republic, that Joey Basement got the greatest economy in the history of the country. And it's like, dog, I don't think so, bro. I'm just saying, like, that's a little bit of a lie, guy. I'm just saying, it's like, was it really the greatest economy in the history of the United States of America? What about like all the other times? It's like we're in an unsurmountable, untenable mountain of debt. We had a massive trade deficit, the highest trade deficit ever in American history. He said he was going to get us right on trade, and then he didn't. It's like, you got the juice, you got all this debt, you got all of these things like tariffs, which are being put on American companies and not foreign. It's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, was it the best? So it's just like when you oversell certain things, including that and a variety of other things, it just makes me like not really trust everything that you're saying. And like I said, I'll say it a million times, I'm pro Donnie and I'm pro what he did, but I'm just saying, is this the best pick? Is this the best fighter for the fight? I don't know. So it just pains me and troubles me that people are like, oh, like Donnie's coming back. He said in the spirit, this is how it had to be. The white hats are in control. The military tribunals are in control. Like, oh, like this, the military's on it. And it's like, do they, Bill? And it's like, I like you am all for whatever will potentially occur as a result of these audits. But much like all of the other things that I've been like, how could they possibly get away with that? You're going to tell me that these audits are going to foil this entire plan? Like, maybe, but I don't know, Bill. I'm just saying, I'm not going to get my hopes up, Cornbread. So it's just like, I don't know. And like, again, objectively better than the whole Basement Clan. obviously, like, I'm a big fan of Don Jr. I'm a fan of Ivanka. I'm a fan of Eric. Like, I'm a fan of the family. I'm a fan of Donnie. I'm pro Donnie. I'm just saying this doesn't change what has occurred. It doesn't change the overall strategy, because what's important in a game and what's important in any battle is that you figure out how to win. It's all the rest of the stuff is counterproductive. All of that is a waste of mental energy. You got to figure out how to win and accomplish the primary objective. Everything else is ancillary. If you focus on the one thing, the only thing that matters, which is pick the best fighter, pick the best horse, win the race, all the rest of the stuff is irrelevant. And that's the thing that troubles me about this, and everybody being so gung-ho on Donnie said a super secret, top secret plan. He flicked his ear once, and that means the queefs were right. The white hats are in control. Pompeo's under the sea. Pompeo tweeted out Morse code and said that he's like, it's just like, I don't know, Bob, but maybe, but probably not, Jack. I'm just saying, like, don't get your hopes up. Meanwhile, everyone's asleep at the wheel while all this other horrible stuff keeps happening all around us. And it's like, yo, it's like you can only kick me in the grundle so many times before I'm like, yo, like, you're getting close to my anus, and like I'm not trying to get gutted right now by this steel toe pop. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know, Jack. It's like not trying to get set up for that, like probably going to wear steel underpants. I'm just saying, it's like, you got to protect yourself. I don't know. Like, don't bend over, like use liquid soap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm going to get me some body wash. Like, maybe not go for a bar these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's slippery in here. I'm just saying, whatever. And then, like, people are just like, you don't believe in Donnie. It's like, okay, like, thanks for like listening, but whatever. So anyhow, I don't know. So, and it's like, again, it's like all of the bad things that could ever be bad things. It's like so clear and obvious to any person that's paying attention. And you watch things like Bill DeGarbio, and you watch people like Gavin Mussolini, like baiting people and being like, guns, guns, guns. And like, they're going after the election. They're going after the guns. They're going after everything. You had Barry O saying that they rigged the system. It's like, these people are savage. And it's like the level of lies that these people are willing to say is insane, remarkable. It is a sick and twisted world. And what every single thing comes down to, and what is the end of the road for all of this stuff, is the same exact message, which is that smaller government is better government. Centralized control is bad. Big government is bad. Smaller government, more powers to the states, more powers to the localities, and to the smaller constructs of people. It's like the best example is like, if you had a neighborhood, if you had a what the hell is it called? If you had a, I forget what it is, but like when you have like a housing commission or whatever for your neighborhood, if you're in a neighborhood with 2,000 homes and you have a homeowners association, that's what it is, homeowners association with 2,000 homes, do you think that the will of the people is going to be met for 2,000 homes better than it's going to be met for a homeowners association of 12 homes or 24 homes? Yeah, exactly. So it's like when you have a smaller government structure that can be swayed by the people in that locality, that can make lasting change and their voice actually be heard and matter, it's better for everybody. The power to the states, not federalizing everything, smaller government with less power is better. That's the message. It's not right. It's not left. It's not Donnie. It's not Republican. It's not anything. It's smaller government. It's a balanced budget. It's a libertarian view of things. Yet for whatever reason, people are like, give more money to Bill DeGarbio. And then these absolutely psychopathic, financially illiterate psychos, I can't even come up with a better word because they're so insane, they want to put a 15% tax on the entire world. It's like, is anybody out there on the planet actually thinking that the reason the government is not good is because they don't have enough money? They squander so much money. They squander more money than has ever been squandered in the history of squandering money. Like, it is the worst thing ever of all time, ever, ever. And they're like going to put this 15% tax. Like, people are so asleep and blind. And then meanwhile, the people that actually see it, that have the capacity to see the light, that have the capacity to see what's actually going on, those people are like, but Donnie's going to come and save us. He has on a red cape and he's going to come and save us from under the sea. He has a submarine under the White House, Pompeo. It's like, dude, come on. And it's like, I'll admit that, like, when we were leading up to the selection, when we were leading up to the 6th, to the 20th, to the election itself, I was like, this dude's got it in control. Every single thing seems pretty good. Everybody's at the polls. Everybody's out. All the signs, all the flags, all the rallies. I was like, every single objective measure shows that this guy is doing what's right. Maybe he is playing super secret upside down 10-dimensional underwater chess with his hands tied behind his back. Maybe he is doing that. Maybe this is all part of the flan. But we're all going to see on November 5th or whatever how obvious this was. And as I sat there and watched us get bamboozled, and it shoved it directly into our anus, into our brown eye, into our balloon knot, I was like, pardon me, Bill? Like, did we just get bamboozled-teenied? Like, haven't you been talking about this for years? But no. It's like your balloon knot got opened up and they shoved a torpedo in there. And it's just like, cool. And everything's been garb ever since. And then like as I continue to look without looking through rose-colored glasses at the words that are coming out of his face as time goes on and the actions and the execution of those words over time, I'm like, wait a second, maybe this guy was not tickling my bag all along. I'm not going to get bamboozled again and again. Like, I'm going to learn from this, Pop. So I'm just saying, as I look forward and I see yet another speech and it's like I didn't slip on that ramp, I'm like, dog, there's so many bad things happening that's what you're gonna talk about. Like, come on, bro. It's just like, I don't get that. And I understand that no one can be perfect and no politician can be perfect and they're all garbage and they're all controlled by some masters in some way or another. It's just like, bro, I'm just saying, as time goes on, I don't want to hold my hat to Donnie Baseball and just sit here on my hands waiting for June 14th or July 14th or August 2021 or 2024 or whatever, when like Donnie and Pompeo rappel down from the Black Hawk and like take me to the moon, Jack. And they have a garbage bag full of Dogecoin that they just distribute to everybody like it's a paper towel in Puerto Rico. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know, Jack. So it's just like, I'm not going to sit here with my anus gaping, like waiting to get rescued. It's like, maybe we shouldn't put so much faith and belief into these politicians. Maybe we should really put the faith and the belief into us, into each other, into Americans, into your everyday average American citizen and their ability to speak up and have their voice heard, instead of just waiting for Donnie to come and save the day. I'm just saying. But whatever, I'm just saying, it's like, So again, when I hear like otherwise well-meaning people be like, trust the flan, it's like, like maybe, but probably not, Bill. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So whatever. So it's just like, I don't know. I just don't know. It's like, I just wish that we would not put our blind faith in Donald and our blind faith in the juice and Fauci and all these other things that theoretically could have been resolved at any time in the last 4 years. And one thing that I did catch, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but sounds a whole heck of a lot like fighting words, is one thing that Donnie said in this speech is that he believes that we should hold China to $10 trillion of reparations, and we should begin paying back those reparations by taking it off of our owed debts. And like, I'm not going to say that I'm for or against this, because I believe that that's probably the right thing to do to some degree. But, and again, I'm not going to weigh in on this with any further than just what I'm saying right now, but like $10 trillion, it's like, like the total annual GDP of the United States is not $10 trillion. Like, it's considerably less than that. So I suppose, like, in theory, you could say like, okay, it's 2 years of GDP. That's still less than 10 trillion. And to think that, and like I've always thought, and I don't think anybody else would think that this is crazy, if there was to be some type of international global conflict between the U.S. and China, what it would be us just being like, and we're not going to pay you back, Jack. You know, like, we've been borrowing money from them forever. We've been borrowing money and they've been buying our treasury bonds for a long time. And you can objectively say, like, kind of with a high degree of certainty, that a lot of the United States production happens in China, and a lot of the products that we consume happen in China, and a lot of the manufacturing and all of the way of life that we get to enjoy is as a result of us borrowing money from China with IOU Billy the Diddler Joey Basement inflation bucks, shipping those IOU inflation bucks over to China and them shipping us actual real goods like soybeans and like produced items and like technology and computer chips and everything. T-shirts, clothing, like manufactured goods of all kinds. Like we've shipped all of our IP overseas. We've shipped all of our production out of the United States. We've made it cost prohibitive to manufacture things in the United States because of all of our overarching fucking rules and all of our fucking and all of these roadblocks that we place on businesses, and we basically forced all of the production over to countries like China, and then we give them IOU fake printed bucks that are backed by nothing in exchange for actual productive labor and actual goods. And they ship us these goods and we ship them these IOU promises to pay. And Donnie is literally saying that because of the Corona clap, that we're supposed to just wipe $10 trillion of our debt to them as reparations for this. And it's like I'm saying, like, I'm glad that I'm on the theoretical winning side of this and that's us and that's not them saying it's us. But if I was over in China and I heard somebody say something like that, I would be like, oh, it's like, yo, it's like, talk about waving the flag, like, yo, stop giving us money, Jack. It's just like, I'm just saying our way of life would be a whole heck of a lot different if all of our goods weren't made at slave wages in China. I'm just saying, it's like, you got to be careful. And again, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily for or against it. Of course, I certainly think that China is largely responsible for how this stuff all went down. But it's like, what did the U.S. have to do with this? What did Fauci have to do with it? What did the gain of function have to do with it? Like, what did all these things have to do with it? So you're just going to like unequivocally state when you're not in office, like, oh, we should just wipe $10 trillion off of our debts to them and just not pay them back. I get it. And like, maybe you're right, but like, maybe hold that one close to the vest, Cornbread. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe wait a while. I don't know. Like, I'm not an international, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just some Jabron James screaming in their house, consuming unnecessary quantities of water and somehow never peeing. But I'm just saying, it's like, I don't know about that. And like I said, it's like, I agree that they're probably largely responsible. A lot of this stuff that happened is as a result of their mismanagement. And I do believe that something should be paid back. But where did you get $10 trillion from? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, again, I haven't taken the time to look deep into this. I was just like, whoa, that's quite a statement. So it's like, I don't know. So whatever. I mean, I don't know. So again, it comes back to the original point, which is like, it would be nice if the message was individual liberty, personal responsibility, smaller government, smaller deficits, sound money, personal responsibility, instead of like, I didn't slip on that ramp. And like, again, it's like, no one can be perfect. It's easy for me to Monday morning quarterback. I'm just saying, is this necessarily the best pick to run the race for us? I don't know. And I don't know. I certainly don't know right now. And as time progresses and we'll be able to see more and more evidence to suggest what is ultimately the right decision for us, who's the jockey in this horse race for us. I'm just saying, for people to somehow insinuate that this is some major moment where Donnie just came out of his pineapple from under the sea and was like, yo, I'm about to save you. He's a super secret, top secret message. I'm coming on July 14th. It's like, I guess, bro, but like, maybe I'm just saying, don't get your bag in a knot. Don't wait for that. Like, maybe take some actions about other things right now. I'm just saying, it's like, there's a lot of other things to accomplish that are in our control. And I don't think that Donnie or really any man or really any politician is coming to save us or has your interest in mind all the time. So I'm just saying, it's like, look, things are bad. And like, Donnie's certainly the best that there is at this moment. But to suggest that this was all part of some super secret, top secret underground plan, I think you're lying to yourself. Maybe, but like, probably not, Bill. But like, maybe, but I don't think so. But maybe, but probably also not. But whatever. Just wait. Pompeo. It was written. Page 76 of the book. It's like, And then people are like, 76? Did he say 76? 17 times 7 is 77. 1776. Pompeo. And like, people are like, they're like reading into everything. They're like, Donnie scratched his ear and his pants were blue. It's like, no, dude. It's like, have you ever just considered that maybe he just like blue pants were clean? I don't know. But everybody just like looks into it. But whatever. I don't know. So whatever. Anywho, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Thanks for the commentary. So Southern Grains asked the question, says, what's your take on corporations releasing juiced employees from? And I can't see the remainder of that question because it doesn't hold it together. So what do you guys got to say? Anybody got some questions? Anybody got some comments? Chooks. June 14th is Donnie's birthday. I saw that today. Everybody's said that. Oh, wait for the super secret top secret underground plan. Thanks, Elizabeth. Donnie is just the avatar. We are the real movers and shakers. All right. Yeah. He was supposed to burn on a blood moon. I don't know what that means. Maggie on YouTube says, how about Krusty in Guatemala? Yo, Krusty's trash. I'm not even going to waste my time watching any of Krusty's garbage because Krusty is just a crusty mess. It's just a disaster of the highest order. Cherie says, we love you, Bobby Bean. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jen says, thanks for the yelling tonight. No problem. Ma, no problem. Yeah, the AZ audit is done the same days as B-Day. Yep, I get it. But it's like, again, like, let's not get too excited. Mayday says, did you see the Fauci Dr. Jill interview today? No, I didn't. But that sounds good. What about AOC's Abuela? Yeah, that was kind of funny. Did you see the Krusty banner in Guatemala that says, go home, Krusty? Yeah, I did see that. Bean Sprout, not just Bobby Bean. Yep, I appreciate that. Can you imagine a better example of how to wake you up? I don't know what that means. Always good to see things from many perspectives. I agree. Thank you, Maggie May on YouTube. She says, we love you, Bobby. I appreciate that. That's what's up. Have you heard about the AZ audit? Yes, I've heard about that. I've talked about that already in this live stream. If they try to respond, well, Barbara on Facebook says, I love your content. You're great at making humor out of the ridiculous dumpster fire we're all living through at the moment. Thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate that. I met some really cool people at FitCon this last weekend in Utah. That was really fun. Just a heads up to anybody that sees me anywhere or sees me, feel free to come up and say what up. If you see me at the airport, if you see me somewhere, feel free to come say what up. I'm happy to take a picture or chat with anybody. So if you see me anywhere, just say what up. A couple people came up to me at the FitCon in Utah, and they were like, oh, I wasn't going to say anything. Just come up. I don't care. Come and say what up. Jay Caputo says, how's the restaurant industry doing in Florida? Any issues with staffing? Yeah, of course there's issues with staffing. Every single place in America is trying to hire, but everybody's getting these inflationary dumpster bucks. I generated more last year in income than was necessary in order for me to receive a stimulus check. So I haven't gotten any stimulus checks from any of the payouts. I got a stimulus check today. I never filed for a stimulus check. I never asked for a stimulus check. I got a $1,400 check from the government today that just says economic, some garbage. So I opened my mailbox and I'm like, okay. And then I got another letter from the IRS that says that they're going to refund me like 5 clams. And I was just like, what? So I'm about to get like thousands of dollars back plus that stimulus. It's like, I'm cool, but I'm not going to be pacified by this money. It's like, where did that come from, Jack? Like, we're in an untenable mountain of debt, but whatever. Like, why am I getting 1,400 clams? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. But like I said, I have a $1,400 check sitting in the other room, and I was like, all right. So it's just like everybody's natural instinct is like, oh, I'm about to blow it on like weed or whatever. It's like, is that really stimulating the economy? Meanwhile, that's getting inflated out of all the rest of our money. So it's just like, what is money if you just get racks from the government? You don't even. I don't know. I have no kids. I'm not married. It's like, I just got greased with a $1,400 check. I didn't even ask. I'm like, all right. And like, look, we're all happy to like get the $1,400, and like, you got to admit, when you see the check, you're like, dope. It like makes you feel good, but it's just like, at what cost, Bill? You know what I mean? I don't know. Meanwhile, in Canada, somebody just said I'm in Toronto. Meanwhile, in Canada, they're extending the lockdowns to June. Like they're barely opening anything. Like this place is so disgusting. Like the world is sick. The world is so twisted, and it's like, meanwhile, people are like Donnie under the sea. It's like, yo, it's like I've gone to music festivals in Florida, multiple. Like you could go to a restaurant and eat a platter of charcuterie and particles for dinner for months. Yet you can't go to a restaurant in Canada. It's like, what? I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Canada is just bamboozled to the max. So I just feel bad about Canada. Naomi says, I haven't been to a restaurant in a year and a half. That's trash. Ontario is one of the strictest lockdowns. Agreed. The world is garb. The world is actual human garb. But whatever. Pineapple under the sea, you know? South Dakota just never shut down, but 95% of businesses in my town are begging for people to work. See, that's the thing, is like everybody's begging for people to work. And it's like when you pay and grease everybody for existing, it makes perfect natural sense that people would not go to work. And it's like, I don't know. It's like people don't understand the basics. People don't understand the basics of finances. They don't understand financial literacy. People don't understand the basics of how the world works. And it's like, these are the people that are speaking the loudest, yelling the loudest, weighing in on things that they know nothing about. And it's just like, the world is trash. And yet it's just like, I just find myself so troubled by how just clueless most people are about everything. And it's like, and then you just like see this like highly anticipated speech from Denal Baseball, and you're like slipping on the ramp. Like, bro, come on, man. So I don't know. I find myself to be quite frustrated by the lack of garbage, the maximum garbage that's happening out there. And on top of all that, it's like people. If the inflation is not already insanely obvious, it's like, how obvious does it have to get? It's like, how much more obvious do you need it to get? It's like lumber, houses, free stimmy checks when you don't even need it. Every single family getting paid off. People can't even hire people. It's like people can't even figure out how to hire people to work at their business. It's like Dr. Jilly and Joey Uncrustable is freaking. He's at the what's it called, at the podium and online and being like, hey, we had the fastest job growth in history. We 2 million jobs fastest job growth since whatever. And you're like, bro, it's like, that's not job growth. Like us getting back jobs that you forcibly took away through overreaching government policy is not making jobs. That's not growing jobs. It's not growing the economy, you you clown sneaker. I don't know, man. Whatever. Rudy on Facebook says nobody wants to work for peanuts anymore. Pay the workers some money to live. What does that even mean, Rudy? What are you talking about? In case people don't understand, I will repeat it again. The government's responsibility is not to set the cost of labor. The federal government's job is not to set the cost of labor. The cost of labor is determined by the market. The market determines the cost of labor. So being like, pay them some money to live is complete bullshit. And that shows that you don't know what you're talking about. Paying them some money to live is an illusion. Nobody is not getting paid money to live. We have more government programs in the United States of America than any country on earth to help people do that, where your work is rewarded. If you educate yourself, if you work hard, if you move yourself up the ladder, if you make yourself more valuable, you can succeed in America. There's not that many people that are working for peanuts. It's called a marketplace. The market sets the cost of labor, Bill. Like, that's stupid. Like, I'm not trying to be rude to you, Rudy, but like, that's not a very intelligent comment. It shows that you are financially unaware of how the free market economy is supposed to work. Saying that people don't get paid enough is not the responsibility of the federal government. It is not the responsibility of any government, quite frankly. The market sets the price of labor. That's it. Oh, no, pay me a fair wage. It's like, what's a fair wage? What makes me want to spread my bag out on a spiked log and hit it with a steel hammer is when Joey Baseman or any of these clown sneakers are like, we're gonna make a bunch of good, hardworking American jabs, or like Pete Boo, like spitting everywhere. Pete Buttigieg says, well, the American infrastructure plan is so that we can have good, hardworking, good, hardy American jobs. Just good paying job. Like, what's a good paying job? You dweeble. You weeble dweeb. Like, you weebly dweeble. Like, what do you mean? What's a good, hardworking job? What's a good paying job? You liar. It's like, that's not a thing. Good, hardworking American job. So Rudy on Facebook is leaning into this. Rudy says a single guy in California can't pay $1,400 in rent. Plus, you got to make 3x that income to qualify. Yo, Rudy, maybe don't live in California then, though. Maybe live in a lower income area. Maybe move to a place where rent is not $1,400. Maybe get a roommate. Maybe get an efficiency. Maybe make more money. Maybe educate yourself or get another skill so you can generate more income. Maybe move out of California. I guarantee you there's a place to rent in the entire state of California that's less than $1,400, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like, give me a break. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl or a they or whatever, a Z or a zer or whatever. I'm just saying, it's like, yo, a single guy in California can't pay $1,400 in rent. Then get a place that's lower to rent or move, dude. Like, move. Like, what do you mean, bro? Move to another area. Get a roommate. File for Section 8 housing. Get a better job. Go on YouTube and learn a new skill. Like, stop complaining. Like, what do you mean? My rent isn't $1,400. Like, I live in a nice part of South Florida near the ocean, and my house is reasonable. My rent is not $1,400. My mortgage is not $1,400. Like, what do you mean? There's 1,000 places within 50 miles of here that are less than $1,400 in rent. Move, bro. What do you mean you can't pay $1,400 rent? Get a different job, dude. $1,400 in rent. Okay, so a guy needs 3 times that to make it. Okay, $1,400 times 3x. That's $4,200 a month times 12. That's $50K a year. What? Like, bro, there are plenty of entry-level jobs that make $50K a year. And even if it's not, then don't get a place that's $1,400 in rent, or get a roommate and pay $700 in rent. Like, what are you talking about? It's just like, that's the type of victimhood mentality. Rudy says, I have to get married or get roommates to live in Cali. Okay, then get a roommate, bro. Get a roommate. Who do you want, Joe to pay the other half of the rent? What do you mean? Get a roommate. You know what every single person on the planet did until they had enough money to afford $1,400 in rent? They had a roommate, bro. Get a roommate. Like, what do you mean? Get a roommate. Oh, but I can't. It's like, move, dude. I bet I could find a place in Oakland right now that's not $1,400 a month. California is the largest state in America. You can't find one place that's not $1,400 in rent. Like, give me a break. Like, what are you talking about? It's a victimhood mentality. Move to Arizona, dude. Like, what do you want? But goo. It's like, no. Tina says, move to Idaho. Sure, move to Idaho. Like, this is the thing. It's just like, no one's making you do anything. No one's holding a gun to your head. If people would just understand that they are not a victim of their own circumstance, that you are responsible for your own life and maintaining your own life, the world would be a better place. People that are like, but goo, it's like, bro, move. Like, move to another place. I can't afford to move. How can you not afford to move? Just get in the car and leave. Get a bus ticket. What do you mean? Walk. Like, if you can't afford $1,400 for rent, how many belongings do you have? Sell the belongings on Craigslist and walk there. Get a different job. Work on the internet. Do something else other than complain about how you can't get ahead. It's like, what do you mean, dude? It's just like, I don't understand that. It's just like everybody is such a victim of their own circumstances. It's like, excuses are self-imposed obstacles that prevent you from having a better life. It's just like, what do you mean, bro? Move. But I can't move. It's like, yes, you can. Or people are like, I don't want to get that job. That's below my. It's like, work at McDonald's, bro. Like, I know thousands upon thousands of places that are hiring. Everyone wants to hire right now because nobody gets a job. You can get paid $50 to go apply for a job at McDonald's. Go get $50. It's like, I don't know. But again, it's just like everybody wants to be a victim. Give me a Joey Basement buck. I need a Rocky Road ice cream. I have a fucking iPhone. I have an iPhone 26, and I'm fucking complaining on here about how my rent is too much. Sell your phone bill. Get a fucking, like, get a burner phone. Like, get an old, buy a phone. Like, what do you mean? It's like these people, they'll be like on their iPhone 11, just like, it's like no one made you buy an iPhone jack. It's like that's the guy, like that guy has like a Supreme belt buckle that was $400. It's like, stop, dude. Or people are like, but I worked hard. I deserve this. You don't deserve shit. No one deserves anything. There's no deserve. You're not entitled to shit. All you're entitled to is your freedom bill. All you're entitled to is your unalienable rights, your God-given rights, your freedom, and to be treated equally and with respect. That's it. You're not entitled to anything else. Yes, Joe said on Facebook, you got to live within your means until you can improve your means to better the situation. Exactly. It's called personal responsibility. Just take control of your life. Stop complaining. Oh, but I can't. It's like, yeah, but no. But no. Danielle says your video from earlier was fire. Also, how funny is that other countries are like deep in your whoops, I didn't even see that. Ooh. Talking about crust. That was funny. Eric says you're crushing it tonight. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. iPhone 8 users still. Yeah. Okay, Billy said, not really, Bobby, though. Just to rent a room is $600 in Cali. And sometimes people have family situations that they just can't move. I agree that the responsibility is on the person to work and make a living, but it's always easy to just say, get a better job. So what are you suggesting, bro? I mean, like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, what? Okay, so you have a family situation that you can't just move. I don't know about can't, but maybe. Okay, so let's say maybe you can't move. Okay, well, whose responsibility is that, bro? I'm just saying, like, like life isn't fair. You don't have to, like, it's easier to wear slippers than carpet the whole world. It's like, what are you suggesting? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand that. I understand that it's like, it's just easier to say, get a better job. Okay. Well, then if it's so easy to say it, well, are you saying it's not easy to get a better job? Like, go on YouTube, dude. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of skills that you can learn literally on YouTube for free from any computer or any phone. And it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't buy into that idea. Like, I can't get a better job. What are you saying? You can't get a better job? It's hard to get a better job? Everything's hard. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm here for you, Billy. And like, I empathize with your situation. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just saying, it's like, I don't understand what you're suggesting is a better alternative. Like, okay, you have a family situation and you're saying it's easy to get a better job, which just means you're saying that you can't get a better job. All right, I disagree with you. Like, I believe that you can get a better job. I feel like the vast majority of people can get a better job, work harder, can work smarter, not harder. I think there's a variety of other ways to do it. And I think that right now, more than any time in human history, has it been easier for you to get a job or for you to get the ability for somebody to pay you to do something right now. But okay, I don't know. All right, people getting dicey in the comments on Facebook right now. The Facebook comments are lit right now. Honestly, kind of all the comments are pretty lit right now. We got people talking about OnlyFans and OnlyHands on Instagram. We got Danielle talking about Big Mike on Facebook. Billy says, I'm with you and agree it's a personal choice and freedom to not be a victim. Yes, agreed. Thank you. Billy is smart for sure. Only flan, yeah. M. Spano says, you do drink a substantial amount of water, dog. Yo, water is the essence of life. Elizabeth says, I have OnlyFans. Yep, that is true. What now? This is the thing, is like, have you ever yelled alone for an hour and 22 minutes at something with no one there, no responses? It's like, that's why I'm drinking so much water. It's like, it's a lot on the old throat there, Pop. In addition to that, I did a 2-hour live stream with my Maria 777 earlier on her Mating in the Matrix podcast, which will probably drop tomorrow or the next day. So check that out. It was a pretty good podcast. So I talked with them for 2 hours. And now I'm doing this for an hour and 22 minutes. So it's a lot of chatting. And I just drink a lot of water just as it is. But when I'm yelling into my phone for a long period of time, it's even more challenging to not. How many people saw my video today about Billy the Diddler? 4,300 so far today. That's what's up. Born to Travel 300 says you're on the live tomorrow with Jordan. So Jordan is actually out of town and has bad internet service. So I'm on a live tomorrow with his business partner and then a few other people, including Ross the Boss and some others. I forget the girl's name and I forget the other gentleman's name. But it'll be tomorrow night on Instagram at 9:00 Eastern time. So yeah, I'll be live on here with the three of them tomorrow. I got to repost that. I just haven't had a chance yet today. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Thanks, Makeup Loving Mommy. She said I followed you on Instagram, but I deleted my Instagram and now I'm following you on YouTube to try to help the audience. If anybody doesn't already follow me on YouTube, please make sure you follow me on YouTube. YouTube.com/Bobby Sausalito. Mr. didn't kill himself yet. iWiggles59 says, dude, your My Maria live was interesting. Do you think the timing of the aliens has anything to do with America becoming a garbage fire? No. The alien topic, I feel like, is like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, but I don't know. M. Spano says, Bobby Sauce on Drinking Bros was dope. Yeah, if you guys didn't see my podcast with Drinking Bros, please check that out on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole jam. I'm going to link it on my website as well. But I was on the Drinking Bros podcast last week, episode something or other. I can't remember. But yeah, definitely go check it out. Elizabeth says, you're the best, Bobby. Thank you so much. Jorge says, do you ever talk about shedding? No. Mikey said on Facebook, when they start talking about aliens and Bigfoot, the cover up is on, like Fauci's emails. Agreed. Elizabeth says, are you down to meet fans? Yeah, I was just saying before, Elizabeth, you missed out. You missed out earlier. What I said was when I was in Utah this past week at FitCon, a bunch of people came up to me. I think probably like 15 or 20 people came up to me over the course of the weekend and said, what up, took pictures and chatted. I'm always down to meet people. I'm always down to chat with people. If you see me out and about, or if you're ever in South Florida, hit me up. Maybe we'll grab a cold pop. I don't know. So I'm down to meet people. I'm down to have chats with people. So hit me up. I'm down to meet up with folks. Just don't be weird, and just don't be weird. Just don't be weird. But yeah, there you go. Moose and Kaya. We met him at FitCon. Yeah, for sure. What's up? Good to see you again. Someone just said they met me in Fort Worth with Ian. That's what's up. Yeah, the thing about meeting in person is like it establishes the relationship. That's why I went to FitCon, was just to be seen, for people to be able to say what up. So I was like, let me just go there and rock out. SV Archia says, let's meet at EDC Orlando. For sure. I'll be there. I'm at every EDC. I'll be at EDC Orlando for sure. For sure. It's in Florida. I always go to EDC Orlando, so I will be there. So yeah, for sure. Tony says EDC Vegas. Yep. We'll be there as well. 2F and Idiots on Facebook says, so you're saying you're not a hologram? Yeah. No, I actually am a hologram. Elizabeth says, I'll be at Treasure Island in 2 weeks. What is Treasure Island? Is that in Florida? You mean in Vegas? I'm not gonna be in Vegas. Or is that? Or you mean Treasure Island? You mean Treasure Island, Florida? Is that what you're saying? Treasure Island, Florida. I don't even know where that is. I don't believe that I live anywhere near that. Treasure Island, Florida. I'm looking it up on Gigal right now. South of Tampa. Yeah, I live in Fort Lauderdale, which is like 4.5 hours from Tampa. So yeah, Tampa is not anywhere near where I live. It's like 4 hours away, 4 or 5 hours away. Elizabeth said, no, it's not. Okay. All right. I literally drove to Tampa like 2 weeks ago. It's 4 hours, dog. I don't know what you're saying. It's not, but it's 4 hours. But it's literally 4 hours away. I don't know how far Treasure Island is specifically, but if it's an hour south of Tampa, then it's 3 hours or 2.5 hours, but it's not like down the street. Two F an idiot says Treasure Island is on the opposite side. I'm in Treasure Coast. Okay, cool. So my comments on after a while, my comments on Instagram minimize, so I can't see them. So I have to pull them up on my computer screen. So if you see me looking away, it's because I'm reading the comments. Plant-based Dominican said, Chloe Chelly does her own thing, says nothing is far away in Florida. I mean, I guess. I mean, from top to bottom, Florida is like 6 hours or more. I think could take 10 minutes to go I think it would take 10 hours to go from Key West to Panama City Beach. So, I mean, I would say that things are far away in Florida, but I feel what you're saying, sort of. Plant-based Dominican says, think about moving to Panama City Beach. It's getting too crowded here in Hollywood. I'm not a big fan of PCB, honestly. Panama City is not my bag. Oh, she said she thought I was in Tampa. No, I live in Fort Lauderdale. You don't need to apologize. I thought you were just like, no, it's not. I was like, what? iWiggles59 says, what mix are you listening to? I listen to Nora En Pure on the live streams always. That's like my go-to. Not always, but most of the time. Shelly says, come to Texas. I was just in Texas recently. Sean says, how was the Nashville visit? Nashville was wild. Nashville was a cool place. I had only been to Nashville one time before, but it's wild there. Like it's wild. It is wild. A lot of people, a lot of intense raging. Really cool. Like Vegas, it was really cool. I would love to go back there again. The ratio of female to men there had to be 8-2. It was wild. There's so many. So if you're a guy out there, a single guy, I would highly recommend you check Nashville out because the ratio of women to men was the most insane ratio I've ever seen, like by far. At least like 8 girls to every 2 guys at least. I mean, maybe 7-3, but it was a lot. And everybody was just like trashed. I was like, whoa. It was really cool though. Evie Walk says, is Tampa a nice place to live? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've never lived in Tampa, but I'm not a big fan of Tampa, but it's okay. I haven't really explored it that much, but it's pretty cool. Juke says, I'm getting in the car now. For sure. Sean says the ratio is crazy because of the bachelorette parties. Yes, that is probably right. D. Massey says, have you been to Siesta Key? No, I don't think so. Joanne says, New York sucks. We need to get rid of our governor and mayor for starts. Large facts, significantly sized facts. The greatest facts of all time. Totally true. I shaved today, but I didn't cut my freaking beard down, so now my face is itching so much. That's why I keep rubbing my face. Plant-based Dominican says it's hard to go out just for drinks here in Hollywood. It really is getting crowded. Takes me longer to get to work, and I'm only 12 minutes away. I mean, I mean, I don't know. See, I work from home, so I'm not really subject to the rules of interday travel that much. So it doesn't really affect me that much. So I feel like I'm kind of insulated from those types of things. So I can't really weigh in on that. But yeah, I mean, if that's becoming a problem, I can understand why somebody would want to leave. Born to Travel says a lot of people are moving to Florida. It's getting crowded. Yeah, sure. I agree. But I mean, I'm all right with it. I love living here. I love that more people are coming here. I think it's great. I think more people around means more money, more opportunity, more growth, more building, more construction, more everything. I like when people move to the state that I'm in because I lived in Connecticut for my entire life. And when I was in Connecticut, I never saw new buildings getting built. I never saw new restaurants opening up. I never saw new hotels, new nightclubs, new rooftop bars. I never saw that. Here in South Florida, there's a new rooftop bar every 6 months. There's a new building being built, a new residence, everybody's competing. The competition is ripe and hot, and everybody's always moving and money and shaking and trying to work really hard for our precious dollars, which I appreciate. So I love that there's a lot of action here. I love that things are happening. It's making my house worth more money. It's making in theory, my job worth more money. I think it's a great thing. I think people moving to where you are at is certainly a lot better than people moving away, and that's why I like it. Yeah, make it more popular, make it busier. I'm okay with that. I like when more people come here. So I'd say come here as much as you can. Come here on vacation. Come here, buy a house, move here, rock out. Like, let's go. There's plenty of room for everybody. I'm not one of those like, no. I love living in South Florida. It's my favorite place. Every time I go to a place that's not South Florida, I'm like, why do people live here? I love South Florida so much. It's my favorite place. Tina says, are you from New York? No, I'm from Connecticut. Brad says Fort Lauderdale is the best. Agreed. I love living in Fort Lauderdale. How you gonna just? I was like, whoa. How you gonna just stop? Brad says, is Billy around? I tried to do the whole live with him, but couldn't pull it off. Somebody Shazam this song for me.
Pure discovery.
Did anybody do it? Did anybody Shazam it? Somebody do it. Chooks, my man. Thanks, Coconut. Appreciate it. I wonder which one is correct. That song is awesome. That's a really good song. Yo, Chooks has 2 phones. Not surprised by that at all. Thank you guys for Shazamming that song. I appreciate it. So it's about 12 o'clock. I'm going to go in a minute. Does anybody have any last things that they would like to comment on before I retire for the night? I'm at an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 41 minutes right now. I'll try to keep it right at an hour 45. So I'll jump in a minute here. Does anybody have anything else that they would like me to chat about, or have any questions, or have any comment that they would like to tickle my bag with? Danielle says, someone ask him to show a nip. That's for my OnlyFans. James says, what did you think of Utah? Utah was cool. I just don't like the dry air. I'm a moisture boy. Tina says, good night, Fouch for Gitmo. True that. James said, were the restrictions loose in Utah? I mean, I only went to like a couple of restaurants, and yeah, it seemed pretty straight. Chuck says, what is EDC? Look up EDC Vegas, Chuck. It's a large-scale dance music festival. It's one of the largest music festivals in the United States of America. Dickie Murphy says, if not Donnie, then who? DeSantis or somebody like that. Tina says, can we see your hairy chest? No. That's for my OnlyFans. Walker French says, who's in a pineapple under the sea is the real question. Probably Pompeo, but I don't know. Queen G, yes, I did get the song. Thank you for that. Leo's the Lion says, thoughts on Jabron James' early exit? Yo, Jabron is a bad sport. I mean, the guy's good at lots of things, but he's a sour sport. He's not a good sport. So it makes no surprise to me that the guy is a baby and leaves early. I don't watch basketball because it's too woke and I don't care. So I didn't watch it, but he's not a good sport. So Born to Travel says, you seriously have an OnlyFans? No, I don't have an OnlyFans. Elizabeth does, but I don't. California sucks. Newscomb, get out. Yeah, agreed. 2F an Idiot says, I want to go to DEF CON 1. Have you been? No, I don't really like hardstyle music. Mikey Romero says, Durham is under the sea. Yeah. MP from SD says, sup, how did you like Dago, San Diego? My cousins live there. I like San Diego. If I didn't love South Florida, I could see myself living in a place like San Diego, but I'm good right now. FFX Mom of 3 says, did you see Tucker talk about AOC's grandmother? No. The NBA is corrupt. Yeah, agreed. Danielle Kathleen says total queef. Yeah. Total quaff. Jabron James is the sneaker of an unlikable, uncrustable clown. And the guy's a total shill. So whatever. MSVT said 45 minutes ago, live merch. I haven't done a merch in a while, so I will do one this week. I know people have been asking about that. I haven't made any custom merch in a minute, so I will do that this week. So thank you for asking. I do appreciate that, and all the people that buy the merch, I appreciate that so much. Helps keep the channel independent and allows me to keep doing more and more of this. So thank you so much for everybody that does that, and thank you for the question. I appreciate it. Thanks again. How do you think Fauci will be held responsible? I have no idea. Probably not. I could see that he wouldn't. Again, thanks so much for everybody that bought the badges. I really appreciate that on Instagram. AWinJ, thank you so much. Sean87 Callahan, thank you so much. Phoenix Transcending, thank you so much. Dickie Murphy 1, thank you so much. Drew Graham Fitness, thank you. Pink Teeny 1969, thank you so much. Chooks Official, thank you always for the support. And Arjon 1602, thank you so much for the badges on Instagram. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you guys for the support and for watching my videos and for sharing them to your story. Thanks for the Venmos. Thanks for the Cash Apps. Thanks for everything. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. And thank you most importantly and above all for being here. Thanks for your precious time. And I appreciate your love and support. Pink Teeny, thanks for the laughs. Bobby, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yo, if you don't already follow me on YouTube, go follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/Bobby Sausalito. If you follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube and Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere, please. I really appreciate it. Got to get my numbers up on YouTube. I'm almost to 2,000 followers there, 2,000 subscribers. So I really appreciate it. Thank you, Makeup Lovin' Mommy, for the YouTube badge. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it so much. And thank you guys for being here. And thank you for the badges. And thanks for the support. If you haven't watched my video yet today, go watch it. Share it to your story. Tag me. Send it to a couple people that you know. Those shares are the key. So I appreciate it. I will be doing another live stream tomorrow night. I'll be probably doing a few more this week. And I'm back in Florida, so I'm going to be jamming for a little bit here. I will be at First Form Summer Smash in St. Louis, Missouri next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend. So if anybody's going to be out there, come say what up. And thanks for the love. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Much love. Facebook, YouTube, peace out, and thank you again.